Hey, we got 6 going. Okay, cool. How's everybody? 17. Wow. It's amazing. This whole thing is just totally amazing. I don't think when I was a little boy, if somebody told me that someday you were going to be doing this kind of thing, I would be kind of like, wow, man, you got some issues, brother. All right. Excuse me, I'm going to make a slow. Let's see if I can do this without noise. Nope. All right, there we go. Let's put this down just a hair. Okay. Nobody wants to say anything? We got 44 people. Nobody wants to say hello? I feel lonely, man. I don't see I see numbers, but I don't see any chat. It's okay. You don't have to reveal yourself. It's all right. Today is a fast day for the Jewish people. It's the fast of Esther. And tonight we're going to hear the Megillah Esther, and break the fast after we hear it. So that's an exciting story. Remember, it's everything that happens in Megillah Esther happens within nature. God is never mentioned in the whole manuscript. So, I mean, and this is a very high level of miraculousness when it takes place within nature. So this is an exciting time. I think it's amazing. It also happens to be the end on the Jewish calendar, the last day of the plague of darkness in Egypt. And I think that's appropriate. It could be that, today, tomorrow, next week, 2 months from now, whatever, that's something, everything is going to eventually have to break free, break loose. I don't see any chats, man. Nobody, not one person wants to say hello. Come on, man. I'm lonely. Chat, yeah. Social. Am I doing something wrong? The chats are not working? I don't know. Nobody's here, really? 100 people, nobody can say hello to me? Or is something wrong with the chat? I don't know. Show. No, show. It says show. Hello. Enabled channels. Okay. I have to enable channels. That's the problem. To enable channels, it's all. Add destinations. No, don't add destinations. It should be able to activate chat. Please enable channels. I think that here, they're already enabled. Okay, so, wow, it's weird. We're not getting any chats. Is this thing? No? Invite guests? Studio? I don't know what's going on. I'm sure somebody would say hello, right? There are 128 folks. No one's saying hello. It has to be private chat. I need help. No. Should we just try this again? You can't even answer, so I'm asking you guys. Captions, chat. Let me just see. Chat overlay. Oh, that's interesting to have this. I didn't even know about that. There we go. Frogmeister's there. You're in the chat overlay. That is weird. Let me just see if I turn that off. No, I can't. I listened to I was so depressed after, not because she was not telling the truth, because what she was telling us. What did Mel K say to you? What was she saying? What was she talking about? That's weird that this thing is okay. Wait, let me try it. Go back to this. Go back to this. No, go back to this. Everybody's here on this weird chat. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Okay, now we're in like a different thing here. What is this? What's this thing? Live. There's like a little sidebar and huge chats. Okay, can you guys see the chats? I mean, is this like, these are huge chats? We're all here for you. Thank you. Good day, humans. Do you guys see like really big chats now? Wait, let me see. I'm hearing so much the opposite of what we've been learning. What do you mean? What's going on out there? We're all here for you. Good day, humans. I don't know what's going on. This format is weird. Maybe it's can I? Yes, you can see it. You can see it. Okay, you can see. Is the chat really big? Use the sidebar. Okay, what is this thing? Okay, I don't know. Let me put this back small, and then chat. I don't know why the chat usually. Please enable channels. The chat overlay. For some reason, it's working like this. Okay, whatever. It's okay. We can see the chat. Yeah. Okay, this is just a different way. It's like different from. I won't have to pin each one this way. This is fine. Ishmael on Canada shores yesterday was good. Info well into the video. We have two chat sidebars. Yeah, what is this thing? I'm over here as like a guest. I'm just going to go back to the studio. No, I'm going to keep it. The X where, let's rock. The X besides where it says live chat, and exit, go at the X by the live chat. Where it says live chat. The X by the live chat. No. All right. I'm text him on this chat. On YouTube it's working. Okay. Just keep going. Yeah. Okay. So good. Fine. Okay. So yeah. So what, it looks different. Oh, it looks different on Facebook. Oh, so maybe this is like, if I'm getting a text from somebody on Facebook, maybe this is even better than usual. Maybe we're getting it from all different platforms. That's really cool. Ellie, on your phone. Yeah, I could look on my phone. But anyway, let's. I don't want to waste a lot of time on this. Let's see. This would be. I could look on YouTube. My channel. Your channel. Yeah, I see the chat here. This is like more like what I'm used to. Okay, so I can see the whole channel. That's great. We are all giving the love. Thank you. I'm here, nice place. From Florida. Hello, everybody. Anyway, so let's get back to where we were. Hello, everybody. I'm sorry we're having this little technical thing, but what did Mel K say? What is going on out there? I mean, you're saying Ishmael Perez was good. Yeah. She was telling us that Susan Rice and Obama are enacting all these terrible policies. No, that's not true. Is she clueless? She might be clueless. To the X. Go back to the X where it says live chat. I don't see an X, Tanya, honey. Anyway, okay, so I have you guys chatting on two platforms, but I'm going to need this for Intel. Yeah, I hello Hadassah Ariel's sister. I think some news break to where they think the audience is. I think some break news to where the audience is. Thank you. Thank you, Makeup with Kristen. Yeah, I decided to wear a white shirt. It's a fast day, so I just, and I think like I'm feeling very different today. I went through, and this is I think a key thing, the key issue here. Oops, pardon me. What's the matter? Yeah. Anyway, I went through a little bit of a I went through a little bit of a dark space, and in the last day. Yesterday, I was a little bit. I was kind of in a little bit of a dark space, and I it propelled me into a higher level of engagement. I realized that I'm still, even though I'm evolving, I'm still allowing certain forces to control me instead of being more self-assured and being in my own power, really being in my own power. I'm just realizing, you know what? I can I just I have to be me. I have to be, being me it goes to different levels as we, as we change. Well, it was good. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Okay. So, um, I also just watched a little clip by Megan Rose, and I thought it was very powerful. Now, what she was talking about, she was saying that there is a new program online, essentially like solar resistance. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Confidence come with time. Yeah. Yeah, I know Rachel Rose. You like me in brighter colors. I'm you know I'm re I'm like I guess we're all going through this, but we're all ascending and reinventing. I'm finding out who we really are. Just a speed bump. Yeah, it's a speed bump for sure. Now, this thing. So Megan Rose gave this excellent, really nice video that I put on our Intel chats, and I'm really seeing how so much of the intel that we're getting, like you're saying that Mel K was saying things that were, um, you know, um, just disturbing. Let's say so much of the information we're getting is, yeah, Megan's very powerful. I mean, Gila turned me on to her again. I love Megan also. Um, so so much of the news we're getting, and I'm talking about like the news that I've been relying on is so subjective, and it's you. We can hear you. Okay, good. It's you. Does that mean I'm talking too loud? Time to stop hating, but it's very hard. Hating the evil ones. Yeah. So so okay. So Megan had this video. I'm just gonna cross the leg. I sat in the lotus position for many years, and as I get older, it's not as easy, but I still I feel most relaxed when I'm hearing fine. Okay. Um, anyway, so the so Megan Rose is saying that there's a computer program that talks to you like your um, right, right. Okay, good, Tanya. Okay, so she was saying that there's a program that a computer program that says, oh, if you want to have like a spiritual conversation, you can have a conversation with this computer program. And she was saying that is such an Orion Gray thing to do, that we as humans, just our audience, they may not be ready for all the truths you tell us. Yeah. Okay, so, but that's just the way I do things. I mean, right, I mean, why should I talk down to anyone? I mean, like, who am I really? Um, I mean, I think the reason that we all get along is because that I don't really I mean, I don't have this concept of myself as like this, elevated, soul. I'm coming to teach you, Oh, um, yeah, and I think that's why this. I mean, listen, the success of this channel is way beyond anything I could have ever imagined. Let's but she said, like, it's insulting to think that we as people need a computer to access spirituality, and she says that's not spirituality. And she talked about the grays. She said the grays, even the name the grays, they're not black and they're not white. And she's saying that they're like their hive mentality. They're all one, and they want us all to be hive mentality as well. But we're not hive creatures. We are individual spirits. We are individual souls. In fact, it says in the writings of Hasidus that that the creator, the prime creator, asked the souls before he created the world. He said he asked the souls if they wanted this world to be created, and they agreed, and that's why it was created. But that that we have very powerful souls. We're not hive. We're not supposed to be doing everything alike, and that's what the Greys want us to all be in lockstep. But we're not doing it. And as we empower ourselves and as we escape from this vicious matrix, and like I said in the beginning, today the 13th of Adar is a fast day for the Jewish people. We don't eat or drink anything today until we hear the Megillah Esther, until we hear the story of Esther tonight. Then we can eat again. But it happens that this year, I don't think, yeah, what happened every year? Yeah, every year. That's interesting. That's something that I haven't heard from anyone else, that I put this together from the new Chumash, from the new Torah, the new 5 books of Moses that I read, that has this information. So no gray area here, right? Yeah. We're heading, yeah. Thank you, and thank you for Tanya, honey, for helping. Like, I consider you guys the teachers on the side, man. Anybody who comes in, you guys are there to help them. So I'm talking about Grays, right? I'm talking about Megan, and the Grays want us to be like kind of gray and hive-like, and listen to the queen bee. And she was saying that Beyonce, I don't even know who this is called the queen bee, and they want that kind of hierarchy, and they want male and female energy to be kind of gray and in between. It's like I'm kind of like, I'm a guy, but I'm like super sensitive, and I mean, but I mean, and beyond, you know what I'm talking about. So, and yeah, with the interviewer, I was in an interviewer. I mean, yeah, sometimes I get in interviews with people and I can't really break through. That's why I don't do many interviews, really, honestly. Besides, it's a lot. I put the information about I'm eating dinner. Nice. Yeah, I thought the Grays were gone as well, and I'm sure they're being taken out. It's surprising to hear Megan say that, but we still have to function like humans. Whether or not the Greys are taken out, we cannot depend on external forces anymore. We have to take our rights. So this is the last day on the Jewish calendar. This is the last day of the plague of darkness. Remember, 80% of the Jewish people decided to die during the plague of darkness, just like 70% of humanity decided to do this. They decided to give in to the others, to the whatevers, to the dudes, rather than go for the gusto, go for freedom. It's not easy to be free. It's not something that everybody even wants. But the people, you guys and me, watching from Guyana, wow, beautiful. That's so sweet. I met a lot of nice Guyanese people from when I was a school teacher. But we have to demand freedom. We have to keep being like Nakshan. We have to keep growing and creating. And yesterday I was kind of in shock. It was probably because I was in a kind of a, I was having an issue. I was having some issues. I was in a gray area. I was dealing with something that's whatever. But I was shocked when everyone on last night's chat that people were saying people were saying we don't believe in, Mr. T is saying we're going to create new cities. He says we take a little bit of federal land, we can make these new cities and create our kind of cities, creation. Okay, so last day of plague of darkness, 70% of the people decided to stay in, just like 70% of the people decided to do this to themselves. Remember, if you did that, you can still, there are cures, there are ways to reset your DNA. I forgot to put on my patches today. That's interesting because I'm fasting. Maybe I shouldn't put on patches. I don't know, but it's not invasive. It doesn't put anything in. But anyway, so we are in a quantum world. We are in a new world. We are growing. We are reclaiming what we lost. So a lot of people, 70%, let's say, 4 out of 5 people. And remember, on the Georgia Guidestones, they wanted to remove 95% of the planet. They didn't get away with the full extent of what they wanted to do to us. But they did, and the effects we're just feeling now. The patches are amazing. And ASEA, yeah, they go hand in hand. They're really good together. If you don't know, please call Jay. And remember, Danielle is having a boot camp, and also tonight Jay has a meeting for those people who want to do this as a business, and I'm going to make an effort to be there, and I'm going to try to be there as much as I can because I think this is something we work together on. Business is community. Business is building, so I'm going to be on the chat on the Zoom call, and I'll try to start coming to the Zoom call, and we're going to we might make a separate Zoom call. I know I always keep saying that and it never happens, but we're heading into an area where we can do more Zoom calls because I want to see you and I want to know what you're thinking. It shouldn't all be about me. It's about us. Really, at the end of the day, it's about us. But anyway, so we have chosen for liberation, the people that didn't get this and the people that are on the channel, we have chosen, and we don't like being talked down to, and we don't like it because we don't need it. We don't need to be talked down to. We don't need to be treated like little kids, but not in a nice way, not like little kids should really be treated. I mean, if you really understand what a kid is, you will treat them with the utmost respect. I mean, you will be like, you'll be like teaching them like teachers because that's what they really are. They have more connection to source than we do. They're just, they haven't been brainwashed yet. So anyway, so Megan is just saying that we don't need that kind of spirituality. We need to go into ourselves. We need to reclaim our power. And I was realizing in my own personal struggle, because I am dealing with little bits of loneliness. I'm realizing I don't have, I don't have to accept this. I can do stuff. So I started Shira, Shira has these tapes, I said to myself, Ellie, how did you get out of the rut of being a slave school teacher? Well, I did it by listening to hypnotic tapes. I listened to hypnotic tapes. You're okay. You're going to be rich. Everything is good. I mean, I listen to these tapes time and time again. So I'm having like, I'm kind of stuck with the, you know, I like being, I plan to be on my own as long, I'm enjoying the space of my own, but yes, I would like to have a partner. So I'm like, I'm listening to Shira's tapes this morning. Shira has these tapes about you. If, you don't have to, you can love again. You can, you can find your true love. You can, I mean, I'm listening to these tapes and I'm thinking to myself, why do I think it's a done deal? Like I've already done my work and now I can just like, it's like if I want to find a partner, I have to start working on the inside of myself, not on joining, I tried joining dating platforms. It's like, this is ridiculous, man. I mean, I don't even, I can't relate to this whole format. I mean, I'm sure they're nice people, but it just didn't work for me. The real key is work on my inside. That's where it's all coming from in all areas. It's not done. I haven't finished myself. I'm not a done deal. I'm not, so I'm listening to Shira's tapes. Shira, I put her, she's in the show more below. She, Taiwan is next. Right. Yeah. Taiwan is next. Absolutely. You keep busy, right? Yeah, you keep busy, but at the same time, Chosen, we can listen to these tapes, and these tapes really reprogram us to be like Nokshan. Don't worry about the chat. Okay, cool. Yeah, we must continue to focus ascension. Um, right. He felt, yeah. Okay, so you can get the you can get LifeWave if there's an issue. Glutathione, X39, and Eon are the three patches that would help reset his DNA. Thanks, Facebook user. I don't know who. Yeah, so I get his Facebook user when we are the lighthouses. Yeah, we are the lighthouses, and we have to keep going. And we can't give up, and we have to. And we have to boldly go where no man has gone before, I mean, that's even what 17 said. The last 17 posts were protect your DNA, ascension, ascension, ascension. If you got this thing, it's not because you're a bad person. It's because you actually listen to what people tell you, So, um, unquote is generally considered kosher. On He's well and so yeah. I'm sure that he's got doubles. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know she'll be with me. I know, I'm examining all the relationships in my life, and I'm thinking like I never went out and said, okay, now, it, when I ever did think, okay, I'm going to go out and find a girl tonight, it never worked out. It's always random. It's always godly. So I understand that, but I also understand that we have to continue working ourselves. Like to say, like the financial thing, I don't really worry anymore, but I haven't really worried for a long time, but that's a whole nother issue. You want to leave the matrix of mind. So Neo, so how do we leave the matrix of lies? How do we do it? How do we do it? We do it inside. We do it by changing our insides, by changing our our self understanding. Focus on our ascension. Right. Focus on our ascension. Right. On earth as it is in heaven. Yeah. Focus on ascension. That's what 17 said. Live truth. Yeah. But you also have to live truth. Yes. But you also, yeah, you have to walk the walk, but you also have to like just continually keep being like Nokshan, just keep going. Sometimes you don't even feel like it. You just keep going. Yeah, it could be April Fool's. I mean, it feels to me like things are happening. That's I mean, like, did anyone? Well, let me just let me see if I can do this. Let me go to share screen. Um. Oh, oh. Wait a minute. There's another way I can do this. Cancel. Let's go to Market Watch and let's go to planes. Okay, and then go back to restream. Okay, no gasping. It's just that more people are waking up. Yeah, we're the ones who've been waiting for. Things have been happening for years. Exactly right, Bella. Things have been happening for years, 100% to April 1st. Yeah, could be. I mean, hey, Kathy. Yeah, reading the Bible definitely helps recharge the spirit. Save yourself. The last federal Bella since advancement from right. So we have to just keep working on ourselves and keeping and enjoying it, and and understand and appreciating it, and being grateful for everything that we have. Atlantic cables, right? A funny day to have a birthday, April Fools. Yeah, could be. So yeah, that's an interesting thing. I can't post this, right? I can't post it anymore. Chat. It's funny that it kind of came out this way. But at least we have a chat. Well, what's the difference, right? Um, this is better. Yeah, everyone seems to have a very good handle on this. No federal notes after 2017. Interesting. All is well, 100%. So yeah, so I just just let me just finish off with Megan's thing. So I think Megan really made a very good point that we really need to just stay out of the hive mentality and just keep going forward and just keep discovering who you are. Oh gosh, I mean, um, all right. Let me just see if there's any. Okay, so we can look together at the market. No, can we look together? We could. I thought we could. We'd have to go to, I don't know. Anyway, I'll just look at the market quickly. The market is kind of holding. It's up like 100 points. No biggie. And the military planes are over the United States and Europe. So that's a little bit of intel. Tree of life is evolutionary. Right, but they say both trees are in the Garden of Eden. Okay, so let me just check out. I put Megan, the video that I'm talking about for Megan, I put on the Intel channel. Yeah, Pesach is a year. Pesach. We're coming into Passover, so we're really coming into a time of liberation. So tomorrow we'll be enjoying the holiday of Purim, which is a real victory over the enemy. No, no, I don't stay. I don't stay isolated because people are in a coma. I stay isolated because take someone fishing. That's a great idea. Because right now I'm focused on my work. I'm really focused on making these videos, and I don't want to be distracted by, I don't need company in that way. I don't need you know, to bump into someone. I want to do what I'm doing. some star signs may that's 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 why I haven't heard anything from Charlie Freak. Um, I'm it was unrigged, yeah, the market. Been wondering. I don't know about any of these things. On a living room wall, peace and love for all. Stay focused on one another. That's good. Thank you, Facebook user, whoever you are. Okay, let's let me just touch on the intel. Let's just see if there anything new came out. I have this on. Okay. I always like to check with the White Hat channel. Feel that's the most untainted. I feel a lot of the other sources that I've been using are somewhat tainted. I mean, there are thought streams within thought streams. And people who are on the ascension path, don't necessarily agree about everything and about kind of general directions. As you know, I've complained about some of them, but I'm coming to understand that it just doesn't do any good, really. How come I'm not getting? Okay, let me focus here. I mean, I checked it a little while ago, and it was just same old, nothing new. But I did find some interesting information. Okay, I'm not finding that one channel I'm looking for. So you know what? I'm just going to give it up. I'm not going to be obsessive about it. I'm going to go to the channels that I do have. And here we go. Oh, this must be all chats. That's why I was on the all. Okay, so this is nothing new from White Hats. I'm going to skip Whip for now because I just can't. And actually, actually, maybe there was something on there. Multiple targets, multiple stock market, eyes to the sky, our eyes to the sky. Starlink update. Remember, we said 3,200. What is that about? I am the gray writing. He said, full capacity. It's too small. All right, so let me just stay with Kay Happenings. I mean, she's somewhat neutral, but this is an old post that we've heard a lot of times before. But I'm just going to read it again because I think it'll just refresh a kind of an idea for a timeline. The Great Awakening has two parts: awaken the world, spiritual awakening. I was born to awaken, generation thing. Hey, Mio. What does 3,200 mean? I'm not sure. 3,200? Not sure. Okay, so here, post one of two. Huge comms at CPAC. This is the turning point. Was CPAC the one you did yesterday? The Great Deprogramming, yeah. The Great Knowing. This is the turning point. Was this from yesterday? Just in. Okay, so Just in, U.S. House Speaker McCarthy and Taiwan's president plan to meet in California to avoid an aggressive response from China. Interesting. Fort Lauderdale bound plane makes emergency landing back in Cuba after bird strike. All right, I'm going to read this. This is kind of beautiful. Good morning. This sentiment, this is from Justina's Social. The sentiment, if it's too good to be true, it probably is a program that was put into our collective consciousness. It keeps us stuck in lack and helps and holds us back from imagining the possibilities of our highest potential. When I hear people talk about how Nassara is too good to be true, or when I bring up flying cars and my dad for a split second dreams and I see the twinkle in his eye, then he immediately stuffs it down with a laugh and says, maybe, but I won't see it in my lifetime. I know in my heart it's because of this very programming. The programming we must heal and break through. Once we do, there is no limit to the creative manifestation powers we can imagine into being as a collective. And that's what I think about the speech from yesterday. He was talking about designing cities, and people were like, oh, these are the 15-minute cities that are designed to entrap us. I don't see that. I see this as an opportunity. Um, Nothing, Charlie Ward, yes, Starlink is, no. Okay, so we're getting, well, it seems like the population here is getting a little off. But anyway, so the truth is, it is they are not too good to be true. They are already a possibility simply because they exist in our consciousness. You cannot have a thought that cannot be made to manifest. Read that line again until it sinks in. You cannot have a thought that cannot be made to manifest. The thought would not be able to exist if it weren't a possible probability. On top of that, I've seen the physical evidence that all of these things are already on their way. Free your heart and mind from the cage we built around them and let yourself dream again. When you feel the program of too good to be true sneak in, observe it without judgment and then let it go. Then dream bigger and then expand beyond that. Our current wildest imaginations are not even the limit. You are a limitless, eternal being of light. Remember who you are. So that's kind of what I'm also saying about when we were talking about when Mr. T is saying we could take a little bit of land from the set federal land and we can build cities that we design, that people were a little bit freaked out. They're thinking, oh, they're trying to do this to us again. But I think that's programming. And I think we should, that these cities are going to be, yeah, they could be round cities, just like the old, remember those star cities from Tartaria? I mean, the possibilities are endless. We can create whatever we want. You know, I made a video today and I was saying that, like, I always wanted to have a house with a creek in the middle. I mean, we could do that. We can do whatever we want. We can design things. We can build things. We can be fruitful and multiply. And the best thing that Mr. T was saying is we're going to have a lot of kids. It's going to be, what do they call that? The generation that the baby boomers. He says we're going to have a baby boom. That's amazing. That's what needs to happen, especially after all these people have been eliminated from the planet. Now, those souls are not really, they're not dead. They're not dead. They just go someplace where we can't see them. So if there are a lot of babies, they can probably come into new bodies. So we don't, this is a process of, springtime, winter turns into springtime. We're having a winter of the soul here with these bad guys. We're taking them out, but we're coming into springtime. It's March. And when do birds sing? They sing in the springtime. Remember, Mr. 17 told us that many times. Birds sing in the springtime, and we're coming into springtime. It wasn't, we thought it was like a couple of years ago, but maybe in a couple of weeks we're going to hear some singing. We're going to hear some tribunals. We're going to see some big arrests. I don't know. I think so. I think it could be soon. It feels to me like something is about to happen, and tomorrow is Purim, and Purim represents the reversal of the many, the weak against the powerful, the small against the weak, and we have been chosen, like Chosen 144 says. We are the chosen because we survived this. This whole thing started because of this medical emergency. I for sure would not be here. I would not have left my wife. I would not have, I would still have my slave job. Everything, freedom started with the medical emergency. And we have to keep that in mind, that when things look bad, and that's why I'm surprised to hear negative news things. But a lot of people on the channel is just saying they don't like me. They don't want to hear like this guy did this and JB did that and they passed this law. It's like it doesn't really affect us. It's not really meaningful to us. We want to look at the big picture. We want to see the ascension process. We want to feel that we are moving individually and as a collective, but not as a collective like Megan says, where we're all doing the same thing. As a collective of individuals, that's where we're heading. And that's why I get a little bit miffed at the Patriots when they're kind of like saying, okay, we're all going to be like this. I'm like, I don't see it, man. I think some people, not everybody, you might be a Nikolai Tesla in disguise, but I'm going to make you into a football player. You have to be a football player. Yeah, but I really want to invent things. Why do we want to change anybody from their natural God-given genius? And everybody has it. Everybody has it. I dealt with kids, severely, very special kids, but they all had something really amazing about them. Everybody does. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't even want to think about Charlie or anybody else. It's just building the arcs of safety with God's money. The arcs of safety with God's money. Well, I think we're going to be safe. Service to others. Some of you're I'm delusional. Thank you, Nancy Segura. I only see the positive, man. I see we're going into a great state. This is really, I can't even. I don't know what happened to this thing. Anyway, yeah. Really, you need to tell me that. Okay, I'm not even going to comment on that. So we're coming. We are the coming, right? I don't know what happened to my platform here, but everything changed. Haven't heard birds chirping for months. You heard birds chirping in the last few weeks. We're born to help each other, right? But Nancy, since you had a comment about me, I mean that is true. But we also need to work on ourselves, and we need to be the person that we were meant to be. I didn't have my glasses. Putting on my face on for work. Okay, my yard stays full of blackbirds in Arkansas. Nice. Intel is always needed. Yeah, I mean, I gave you some intel, but I mean, we know all the dates. We I mean, what that I don't want to get into the whole intel and not intel thing, but this is all intel. It's all intel. The chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache. Okay. Once you raise your vibration, I don't follow Megan talked about spirit chirp. The unraveling is here. Is here. Hold on, fam. Yeah. Yeah, raising vibration. Be the change you want to see in the world. That's beautiful, Sulema. That's beautiful. That really drives it home. Let's see. Huh. Watching. Okay, so we see there 554. I don't know how we got. Oh, maybe because of this. Wait a minute. No, that doesn't do it. Gold and silver will explode. Yes, indeed. Ram Dass. Yeah, that's a great book. I love that, Marilyn Ross. I need a cavity filling. I want Gila. Yeah. Last night I dreamt an ex demanding I change out a light switch. Interesting. X. The vibration I'm not worrying about tomorrow. Snow is coming. Birds are mating. Love from UK. Mio, that's a long flight, right? I don't know where. I don't know how we got into this. How this. Oh, well. Elbow cough. Mio. I'm more creative than practical. Thanks, Joseph. My computer did an update and things are different. Maybe, I mean, this is like totally, it's acting totally different today. I don't know what's going on here. But hey, whatever, Don't worry, be happy. It's right. Yeah. Mr. T is about building, striving at buildings, trust the plan. Yeah. It's all about building, striving at buildings. Yeah, he's a good builder, man. I like that about him. Just keep going. Thanks. Thanks, Salema. I fell in New York City. I don't like seeing that chat thingy. I'm not sure what you mean, Mio. I don't have time to read books anymore, Timothy. My kids don't nap. Inner excitement. The silver tree of life. Artists must finish. What's that new FAA candidate? Hi, watching in Ohio. Hey, Kimberly. Mother Earth don't want cement houses. Yeah, I mean, I think the houses are really ugly. I mean, I'm looking out my window right now. I'm looking at the city, and it has got to be the ugliest bunch of buildings I have ever even imagined. It could not be uglier. You got little shoe boxes, big shoe boxes, rectangles everywhere. There's not, rectangles with. I mean, it's just this could be the most beautiful landscape. I mean, we're right on the water. There's water that way too. I don't know if we're turned around, but there's water in the direction of this is a beautiful place. This is, I mean, God's beauty. This is the earth. But so that's why I really like the idea of building our own cities, of building, beautiful buildings. Soviet rectangles. Yeah, it's so horrible. Yeah. You live with a view of the harbor. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, it is so ugly. The gray Soviet rectangles. Yeah, it's horrible. Oh, Mio. Oh, you live in the Netherlands, right? Ocean House Circle. Circular buildings. Yeah, nature does a lot with circles. Nature doesn't build rectangles so much. Do you think of the domes? The domes. I'm not sure what you mean by the domes. I like domes. It's a great setup here. Yeah, no, this is amazing. Yeah, this is I love this place. Lots of construction. Water everywhere, and all the boards did shrink. Uh-huh. Yeah, Charlene, it's really nice up here. But again, this is all a manifestation. I didn't even think of this. I didn't even know this kind of place existed. And I was told that you'll never work again, Weber. You'll never get employment. And God had other plans. God was like, and then I went to look. I've told this story to everyone that's been on the channel, but I went to look at places in Long Beach, which is not far from here, and it was like twice as expensive. And they were like, "Oh no, we can't rent to you because you don't have the right credit. You don't have a real job." I'm like, I'm a YouTuber, man. I mean, I and they're like, "Yeah, but and." Over here, they're like, "Oh yeah, all you need is renter's insurance. That's the only insurance that I have is renter's insurance." I mean, how bizarre is that? They just want they just want an extra $1,000, and then we'll rent to you. Some of us like rectangles, and they're practical land use. Yeah, I'm not knocking rectangles. I'm just saying, like, there was no forethought. I mean, it's obvious to me that each of these structures went up by themselves. There was no like, let's get together and like envision like a star city, like a city in the shape of a star built around a magnificent pipe organ, or an auditorium, or a waterfall, or with oak trees, and we're going to introduce elm trees to the northeast. We have a new strand of elm trees, flying cars right top of the building. I mean, Right, you'll be able to move things with your mind. Crystal cities, right. Log homes are beautiful. I don't have anything against log homes. Right, but Art Nouveau, Art Deco, yeah. Psychedelic art, cool meal. After you shifted into your new home, I was able to shift too, even amazing, amazing. So maybe, it was a collective energy. I forgot where you live, Zohar. Eagles or domes, yeah. Venus Project for New Cities. Go to Venus Project. I will check it out. I know they have this, people are critical, but there's the Line Project in Saudi Arabia. It looks really cool. Top plant trees everywhere, everywhere. Yeah. There should be trees everywhere. You know what? There are hardly any trees out there. There's no space for trees. Well, we're by the ocean, so that's understandable, but they're putting a lot of work into the ocean. They're widening the sand place. You're in communications broadcasting. That sounds better. Yeah. I'm in communications. Now, how do we do this? Why are they saying I can do this, but then oh, that's weird. I don't know where this thing comes from. This whole thing is bizarre. I don't know what happened in one day. Excited for what's coming. Yeah, I have trees and I'm near the ocean, right? It's because the tides are changing. That's interesting. Oh yeah, I would definitely give a psychologist a nervous breakdown. I whacked out a lot of psychologists in my time. I stopped going to psychologists quite a few years ago when I realized, I had to give them a break. I did try couples counseling. That was an absolute nightmare and a disaster. Hey, Michael. Don't worry, ignore it all. Yeah, and get sea glass and go get some sea glass. So we're coming into the end. I mean, I'm not eating today, so it's like I'm in really no rush to. There's not much really, it's amazing how eating sort of corrals your thinking for the day. So much of our time is spent about, what am I going to eat? When am I going to eat it? How am I going to get it? Yeah, I don't do psychologists. I just don't. I don't. I don't. You love sea glass too? Yeah, I just did you see I posted it on the channel. I collected like a bag full of sea glass yesterday, and there should be a grid around the earth. Yeah, Mio. Yeah, I know. Take what you need and leave it, but they didn't, but they should never have taken the very best. The night they drove old Dixie down. Boca Raton's so sad. They're boring. Couples counseling. Yeah, I know. Couples counseling is like a license to argue. I was just like, I am not doing this, man. And I found that couples counseling, if you had a female counselor, she would tend to she would be sympathetic to me. And then if we went to a male counselor, they were sympathetic to my wife. It was just like, I'm like, this is. And then we went to a woman who was sympathetic to us both, but then she still was. It was just like, I don't know, you know. Yeah, one meal is probably enough. One good meal. I like the way we can see who writes and what. Yeah, so this is good. Okay, so it's an upgrade. Couples counseling is ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, if somebody's a good listener, I mean, that could work out. He spoke of flying cars. Yeah, I know. I mean, there's a lot of things we're gonna. The thing is, we have no idea how good it's about to become. We just can't even imagine. But it's going to be amazing, not just like physically, but there's going to be a vibe of freedom. I love sea glass. Remnant of the prohibition. Yeah, I found a little bottle yesterday. Did you see my bottle? The bottle I found. I found a little bottle. It's about this big, a little brown bottle with a cork in it. I don't want to open it up. All you ever eat is one meal a day. Probably one big meal is like really good. Yeah, I found a bunch of sea glass yesterday. I'll probably go out again today and get some more. No counselors available. Yeah, we'll have flying cars. We'll have designer cities that work with nature. I mean, it's going to be cities with, just maybe a note from a pirate. Oh yeah, no, right, right, exactly. Help me, I'm 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 being held captive in the brig. Please help me. It's like 1731. Please come quick. You know, uh, you like this? Yes, sea glass is fun. Message in a bottle. Yeah, it could be. But actually, there was liquid in a bottle. We need to save them. Yeah, flying cars. How do we know how many peeps? Okay, we got about 600 peeps now. I like to call the Free Christian Hotlines and rant about how bad history. All things come to those who wait. That's a good one. But not to the past. It might be fun. I mean, there's certain things that I would like to do. You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to go back to the time that me and my little brother caught some pickerel. We were camping someplace, and one morning we decided to be brave. I think we ran into some kind of an animal. I was totally spooked. I'm a very I'm easily spooked. But we found little baby snakes, and we caught some really nice pickerel. Metal detector. You'd be immediately, yeah, addicted to it. I'm sure. All time travelers. I think so, Carrie. Hope people just flying cars. Yeah, metal detector. Venus Project. I got to write that down. Mm, but I think we just Venus Project. Did I think do we just as a community undergo a little bit of a transition? It seemed like we were, yeah, pickerels are good. It seemed like we were in kind of a gray area. Things were getting a little dicey, and then we just kind of we came back into into gratitude. Hurts your ears, Mio. Squirts Cabria. All right, so I think we'll call it a day. And if you're fasting, have an easy fast. I should be back tonight. Let's see. Uh, the fast would end around 6:30. Yeah, I should be able to come back and broadcast. Oh, right. It's six. But will I be able to do the thing at 6 o'clock? Oh, I forgot about that. I said I wanted to be on the Zoom meeting at 6 o'clock, but it's 6 o'clock. I really should hear McGillis Esther. Okay, so that's sea glass or sea bass, Dumb and Dumber. Um, anyway, so did you find it 3 yet? Have a great afternoon. I might be. I'm realizing that I might not be able to make it, but I was going to go to the Zoom meeting for those who want to start with the ASEA business. But there's also boot camp going on. So if you want to start the business, Jay is going on to a Zoom meeting. I realize I have to go here in Megillah tonight, so I won't be able to make it at 6, but I'll come next week. 111 Daily Dose. Thanks, Marilyn Ross. Okay, guys, have a wonderful day, and we will for sure see you tonight. I don't know if I'm going to make the Zoom meeting with Jay. I just remembered about that, but I'm low on power too. Okay, so everyone likes this format. Okay, yeah, everybody likes it. I think it's good. Okay, guys, so we will see you tonight at 7:45, if not before, and just have a beautiful day. I mean, we're coming into spring. We're coming into a beautiful time. Is everything we're going to hear the EBS today? I don't know. Maybe. Okay, guys. Much love. Let's see if we can get out here. Yes, end stream. I don't know why it came like that. What? Supposed to display here. Click on them to display stream. Weird. All right, guys. We'll see you tonight. I'm okay. Yeah, it's hard to say goodbye. And have an easy fast. Tripping over myself. God bless you guys, man. We got this. All right. Not to worry. Just enjoy. Yeah. Go play with the trees. Unicorn in the yard. Nice. Get in your DeLorean and go back in time. Thanks, Janet. God bless everyone. We'll see you later.